We Americans are not quite what people see on TV, and we are definitely different than our Korean neighbors. But it's our responsibility to help our new neighbors understand us as we get to understand them. Remember, we're guests in their country, so we can't expect them to make concessions for our ways. It really is the other way around. We need to be the ones to make those minor adjustments. Trust me, they'll pay off in major ways while you're here in Korea. It's not hard to be a good neighbor. Just try some of these tips. When you move into your new building, make an effort to introduce yourself to your neighbors. Being approachable from the onset will make it easier to sort out any potential disputes further down the line. Also, friendly neighbors will be able to give you useful information, like where the nearest pizza place is. Ask a katusa in your office to help you make your introductions if you have to. If you don't learn any other Korean while you're here, at least learn how to say hello. 안녕하세요. This is all it takes to begin a friendship. Get to know a little about your neighbors. I'm not talking about their cultural differences, but their lives. It will help you understand why they get upset when your children are still playing loudly at 9 p.m. if you already know they wake up early every morning and commute all the way to Seoul for work. Also, if they have young children, for example, quiet evenings will be very important to them. And why not let your neighbors get to know you so they are aware of your needs? A common source of neighborly tension is the issue of noise disturbance. Be aware of shared walls and floors. Household maintenance can't be avoided, but be considerate of your neighbors when doing anything that creates excessive noise, like hammering or drilling. Try to keep noisy activities to the daytime, between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. When you're watching the new Blockbuster on Blu-ray, remember your surround sound shouldn't vibrate your neighbor's rice onto the floor. Dogs in Korea are usually itty-bitty things you can carry in your pocket, so big dogs are a new phenomenon here, especially for children. Keep them on a leash, even in the elevator. And while barking is normal dog behavior, it can be really annoying to your neighbors. Make arrangements for your pet to get some attention if you work late or during field exercises. Who knows, maybe one of your new neighbors wouldn't mind taking your pup for a midday stroll. Finally, for heaven's sake, pick up after your dog. It would be great if your puppy could use the facilities, but she can't, so you need to clean it up. And make sure your teenage children know that cleaning the poo is part of the dog walking deal. If you're planning a party, be sure to give your neighbors plenty of warning. Let them know when it's going to start and how long you expect it to last. Heck, why not invite them too? Keep your front door free of bikes and outdoor equipment. Ask your realtor if you have a covered area like this one in your building to secure your bikes before you decide to store them in the hallway, because it can be unsightly or a potential safety hazard. Barbecues are a no-no here in Korea, so say goodbye to your occasional grilled burgers. Sorry, Koreans see them as a fire hazard and the smoke is a nuisance. If you can't live without your grill, contact your local Family Morale, Welfare, and Recreation office to find out about approved areas on post to barbecue. Recycling is very important in Korea. Some of us may be coming from towns stateside that have good recycling programs. To others of us, this may be a new experience. If you're new to the green movement, then the Korean way may be a bit daunting. Since each town and apartment complex does things a bit differently, the best bet is to ask for help. Your new neighbors, American or Korean, can help you sort it all out. Being stationed overseas brings a wealth of opportunity to experience the life and culture of your host country. While it may be challenging to understand everything happening around you, sometimes the easiest thing is to say, "When in Rome," and kneel down tableside to share common values with your host nation neighbors. We really do have a lot in common. We just approach things from a different way. One thing we share is the joy of giving thanks. Take a look.
Chuseok is by far the biggest and most important holiday in Korea.
It was fun. Met some new people, enjoyed myself, had some good food.
It's a time when family members from near and far come together to share food and stories, and most importantly, to give thanks to their ancestors for the abundant harvest.
Families and friends from all over coming in. We're still going to try our Thanksgiving feast back at home also.
The holiday celebrations run for 3 days in late summer or early fall. People nationwide flee the city in order to return back to their families' hometowns for the holiday, traditionally to visit relatives on their paternal side. Early on Chuseok morning, the family gathers together to perform the traditional ancestral rites at their family's burial mound. Multiple generations on the paternal side of the family take turns honoring their ancestors with bows, food offerings, and alcohol made from the harvest yields. After the memorial service, everyone enjoys a festive meal of these traditional Korean foods. First, the men and elders eat holiday favorites like songpyeon, a sticky crescent-shaped rice cake.
A lot of food. I like to eat a lot of food there. So I'm pretty happy about that. A lot of family, different generations of people celebrating the same thing.
Then it's the women's turn. The day feels a lot like an American Thanksgiving, minus the football and the Macy's parade.
Make sure you communicate well with your neighbors. Yes, I know that's particularly difficult, seeing as we don't speak the same language. But you can ask Katusas or Korean nationals you work with to help you talk to your neighbors when facial expressions and gestures aren't getting the message across. Above all, act like an ambassador of the United States. It's your job as professional soldiers to leave our host nation neighbors with good impressions of our culture. And your family has to do their part too. You don't have to be Mr. and Mrs. Cleaver, but you do have to be courteous.